Where's he at?
Here I am.
There he is. That's Are you trying to do a Sonic thing with the?
Yeah, kind of. That's kind of my normal hair anyways. I feel it's an homage to the Speedy Hedgehog.
Nice. What's going on, guys? We're the Cinefanatics. My name is Chris Adams.
I'm Robert Adams.
And we are here today for an actual review of an actual video game movie of actual Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, so they made a live-action movie of Sonic the Hedgehog.
This movie actually happened. It came together and it came out and we saw it.
Good night, everyone. So going back, of course, I think pretty much anyone who's spending any kind of time on the internet, even in the YouTube space here, knows of what's happened behind the scenes with this movie.
Yeah, it's been a big deal.
They released the initial trailer. Well, first of all, I would go back even before the trailer. They released that first poster, which it was like the electric silhouette, and everyone was like, why is Sonic the Hedgehog like more toned than I am?
He's got man arms and man legs.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Odd.
Yeah. So that came out, and then everyone was like, okay, we'll have to wait till we actually see like a full image of Sonic.
Let's wait for a minute. Yeah, let's hold on.
And then there was another piece of art that came out that showed like it was one of those like Instagram poses of like his legs like at a beach or something sticking out. And again, everyone's like, why does his legs look better than mine?
That's weird.
And then they came out with the first trailer. And at that point everyone was looking like,
nope. Why
does that hedgehog's teeth look better than mine? Well, for us, yes. Yeah, we know. But, yeah, that trailer came out and there was, like, worldwide panic.
Yeah, because everyone was like, he doesn't look anything like Sonic, first of all. Second of all,
Yeah, it was absolutely hideous. People were losing their minds. Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria. It was insane what was going on there.
Yeah.
And then within within a day or two of that trailer coming out, Jeff Fowler, the director of this movie, this is his first movie he's directed, first full-length movie.
Yeah.
He releases on Twitter saying, guys.
Oopsie.
Oops. We messed up. We understand we messed up. We hate that we messed up in front of you, the fans.
Yeah.
We're going to correct this.
Yeah, so basically, this is the design we thought we were going to go with. Let's actually take it back, because it seems to be that we made some critical errors when designing him. So we're just going to take it back. We're going to redo it. This movie's not going to come out in November. It's going to come out in February. Don't worry about it, guys. We're going to work on it. So they made sure to have their entire team of editors animators go back and redo the entire thing. Sonic looked a lot better. Like leaps and bounds better.
He looked like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, he looked as if Sonic was ripped directly out of the video game and thrown onto the movie screen.
No, there was still some aesthetics that they didn't do. Like in the video game, Sonic has one giant attached eyeball. They didn't do that, but they did a nice job. They colored like the fur at the top of his nose to kind of like it looked like Sonic.
You make some allowances for some design choices when translating things to a movie screen, and that's where that is. But the thing I think that we want to get into now, having seen the movie, is the biggest issue is, one, they brought all those animators back, but two, was it necessary that they redid Sonic for this movie? Because a lot of people are going into this movie going, is it actually going to still be good or not? I mean, was it worth it?
Well, yeah, because this is setting a precedence here.
Yeah.
If this movie is terrible, if people don't like it, then all of that backlash and everything having to do with the original Sonic look was for nothing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, because you still released a crap product in the end anyways, so who cares how it looks?
So that's the issue. So people go into this, all right, they redid everything. Is it going to be good? And the answer to that question is,
yeah.
Honestly, the biggest deal is that this movie works. It does work. And I think the honest sole reason why it works is because they redesigned that Sonic.
Yes. So that's the thing is, yeah, okay, the story of this movie, As much like we're not doing spoilers on this. It really isn't too much to really spoil on this as well. So the story on this movie, though, it is made as a family friendly movie. It is meant for kids. It's great if you were a kid when the first Sonic movies came out and you just grew up with Sonic. Then it's still entertaining for you as well. But for the most part, this is made for children.
It's basically a cartoon done in live action.
Therefore, the story of this movie is very formulaic.
Yeah.
If you go into this knowing that, it's a good movie. If you're going into this and you're like, oh, this is doing exactly what I thought it was going to do because it's a family-friendly movie. Well, yeah, of course you're going to pick it apart like that. But it's a formulaic movie. It's a good formulaic movie, though.
Yeah, it's the movie you think you're going to get when you watch that second trailer that they put out. That trailer exemplifies what the movie is to a T. It is family friendly. It's absolutely that cartoon and live action. Kids are gonna love this. I think every kid in our theater was like thrilled with it. None of them walked out upset or anything. But I think the biggest thing is like, does it actually work for, say, fans of the Sonic property? Well, yeah. I mean, there's little Easter eggs that they sprinkle in here or there that kind of bring it in.
They didn't overload you with fan service either.
Not too much.
There's very subtle like hints and nods towards like stuff that is Sonic related. Some of the stuff from the video games that you thought for them to translate on the big screen might look hokey. Mm-hmm. I think they did nicely. Incorporating Sonic's rings into the movie, I thought was very well done. Because it's kind of hard to explain how you have rings just all over the place that Sonic is just constantly grabbing and collecting. That doesn't really work so well.
They have a purpose. They have a reason.
And I think they were very well done in this movie. There's also like a lot of other little things that they sprinkle in that if you're a longtime Sonic fan, you'll notice it and you'll be like, okay, that's kind of cool. But otherwise, yeah, I think they did very well handling fan service in this movie without it going over the top hokey.
I think Ben Schwartz in the place of Sonic, doing the voice of Sonic, was an excellent casting choice for this. Mm-hmm. I thought he nailed the role of Sonic pretty well. And then you had James Marsden in it, kind of as a tag along. Essentially, he was our eyes. He was the human counterpart needed for the CGI character to move through the world.
Yeah, to kind of make this like a buddy comedy. And of course, if you're gonna get someone to pair up with an animated character, might as well get James Marsden, because he was in that Hop movie, Enchanted. He just loves pairing up with animated characters, so, I mean, it works.
Plus, he's great eye candy.
Okay.
Anyway, on top of that, you had Jim Carrey playing Dr. Robotnik, which...
He was playing like early to mid 90s Jim Carrey again.
Yeah, he was diving into what we know and love from Jim Carrey, but at the same time he was doing so in a way that I think actually did fit the character with how they were taking him and what they wanted to do with him.
Because there hasn't been too much like actual character development of Dr. Robotnik, Eggman, whatever you want to call him in the video games. He's just always like, I'm gonna get you, Sonic.
He's a blank slate.
Yeah. So they needed to add some kind of depth, some kind of personality. You bring in Jim Carrey, who comes pre-built with personality.
All the personality. But the whole movie was just kind of a delight. It was a ton of fun. I mean, there's issues with it. It does leave a lot to be sitting here thinking, all right, they don't really explain why they decide to do some things. They just like, hey, guess what? It's the movie moves at a fast pace. It's like, hey, we're going...
Moves at a fast pace.
Exactly. Hey, we're going to go... Thanks for calling it out. We're going to go do this thing and just accept that we're doing it this way.
Yeah.
Okay, got it? Good. We're moving on. Here we go.
I really don't see, one I will point out that I kind of had a little issue with was Sonic partnering up with James Marsden's character. Like, they didn't really explain why they needed to be buddies, and like they give some kind of veiled explanation. You're like, oh, okay, just move along.
Yeah, Sonic was like, hey, this is happening and I need help, and he's like, oh, I guess I have to help you then.
Why do I have to help you? Because you do. Oh, okay.
Because I need help. Okay, well, I guess I'll do it then.
Makes sense. Let's move on.
I can't wait to see the pitch meeting for this.
Yeah, because that will probably be in there. So, yeah, I think we've covered pretty much all the major parts of it. Yeah. I mean, Jim Carrey, James Marsden, and Sonic. The looks, the aesthets, the nods to the video game, all fantastic and top-notch. I think they did a fantastic job. This is going to go pretty high up there, I would say, on the list of video game movie adaptations.
Yeah.
I think right now we're sitting in a place where like Detective Pikachu is probably the top of that list right now. Detective Pikachu followed by like I guess the 90s Mortal Kombat. And I kind of like that like a minute or two of like the Dwayne Johnson Doom where it's actually from the first person perspective. That was cool.
Only part of that movie that's good.
That was the only part of that movie. Everything else, okay.
Yeah. So I mean that's the thing. Like you're already probably walking into this movie with low expectations because one, it's a video game movie, and two, the whole debacle with how Sonic looked. Yes, walk into the movie with those low expectations. It's going to really actually help you be pleasantly surprised and have some fun with it by the end of it. It's definitely a movie that's made for kids. It's built for kids and families to be able to watch. So it's not essentially a movie that's built for an older audience, though there are plenty of moments throughout the movie that made me laugh my head off. And really enjoyed a lot of them surrounding Jim Carrey too, because Jim Carrey is Jim Carrey. But as far as like giving this movie like a final score, I'm putting it at a pleasantly surprised 7 out of 10.
That's what I was gonna go with.
That means we're agreeing on this. Take your kids, go see it.
Yeah, again, keep in mind, it's not the best movie in the world, but it is way better than you would think it had any right to be.
It's not like an achievement in cinema, but it is actually pretty good.
It's an achievement in video game.
It's an achievement in video game cinema.
It's an achievement in video game cinema and an achievement in an artist, movie maker listening to their audience. Because I think that is probably the biggest takeaway from this movie is how successful that was.
Yeah, and then take that as you will, whether you believe that's a good thing or a bad thing based on your perception of how, the whole movie industry, artists, and the consumers, the whole balance works. For this, it was a good thing. It helps. It's going to help the movie, honestly. It's going to help the movie. The fact that Sonic looks like Sonic is big. They really showed a lot of love and care for these characters. And I know that, no spoilers, Sonic fans, you're going to want to stay for that mid-credits. Our theater was cheering.
Yeah.
Stay. That's all I'll say about that. But yeah, there's just a lot to love about this movie. It was a ton of fun.
Yeah, so anyways, that's going to be our review for Sonic the Hedgehog. What did you think of it? What did you think of this review? Let us know by commenting down below. Make sure you follow us on social media. We are at Cinefanatics MLP on Twitter, on Instagram. Come follow us on the social networks as we post more stuff about our channel.
And other things.
Also, make sure you come hang out with us on our Facebook group. We are at facebook.com/groups/ thank you, Cinefanatics. We'll be posting stuff up there along with our social media. And also subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. There is also the subscribe button that happens to be hanging like a ring right above his head. And over here off to the side, hanging like rings, are other videos that we have made. And as always...
Why do I want some chili dogs now?
It does sound delicious. Later.
See ya.